One of my favourite motorcycle YouTube channels. Watch this video. Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. I hope you're all well. So, occasionally I get asked this question, emails that I get, and say, what videos do you watch? Have you watched this video from this YouTube content creator? And, do you like their channel? That kind of thing. So I get probed quite a bit on what I like. And the reality is I like all sorts of channels, all sorts of content, not just motorcycle stuff. I like a lot of workshop type videos. I like a lot of making, fixing kind of things as well, but also exploration, travel, adventure, that kind of thing. I kind of get a buzz at just, I'll be working on something and I'll have a video on in the background and then, just kind of idly watching it as I'm working away. So, I tend to use YouTube in lots of different ways, but in terms of motorcycle content, there's quite a few channels that I watch, and there's some that I really, really enjoy. And there are others that I don't. There are others that I just watch and I think, I just can't be doing, I just can't be listening to what you have to say. It's just that they gripe me a little bit. I'm not going to say who they are, because I don't really watch them. Hence, that's why, or every time I do watch them, I get that same feeling. So that's why I don't watch them. But the ones that I do watch, and I subscribe to as well, there's quite a few, really. There's from the United States, I would say there's Professional Monkey. I quite like him and his the way he comes across on his videos and the stuff that he does. Again, with any content creator, I don't necessarily always agree with them. I don't necessarily always think what they're saying or doing is what I would do or what I would say. But that's not the point. The point is that you're watching it just to have somebody else's point of view and their take on life or their take on motorcycling, and it's interesting and it's quite funny as well. So I quite like Professional Monkey. I like Headshot Rides as well from the United States. I find it funny because I see, and he's got the backdrop with all the guns and everything. And, it kind of looks like a militia kind of guy. But, he comes across as a very nice, very well-balanced kind of content creator. And I suppose that's where I lean towards in terms of who I like to watch. People with balanced opinions, because that's the way I like to be as well. In my working life, in my normal life, in my home life, and also in the kind of videos that I produce, I try to give a balanced view on anything that I'm doing. So with him, I kind of get that. He does some videos that can be, informative, others that are a bit dismissive or negative, others that are really positive. It really depends on which angle he's coming from on that particular video. So I kind of like it. So those are just two that I like as well. I mean, there are lots of other workshop type videos which I like. I used to watch the Bike and Beards one a lot. I don't tend to watch it that much anymore. There's another guy who used to work, I don't know if he used to work with Bikes and Beards, always forgetting his name, but I watch his videos every now and again. Hold on, let me just, oh yeah, that's it, the Bearded Mechanic. I watch all other things like Fortnite as well. Not all the time, but I tend to watch a Bearded Mechanic. I watch quite a bit. As I say, I like these kind of workshop type deals, workshop videos, whether it's on cars, motorcycles, or any kind of engineering, any kind of welding type stuff. I watch a lot of that as well. Not specifically a YouTube channel, but videos in general. So those are the ones from the United States, I suppose. I tend to watch more often than not. There are other channels that I wouldn't say I religiously watch, but occasionally I'll watch, like Riding in the Ozarks, that guy, yeah, but I find it quite a good watch as well. So there are lots of individual ones which I tend to dip in and out of a lot, but not all the time. But say the two that I suppose that I watch on a more regular basis, definitely Professional Monkey, definitely Headshot Rides. There's a couple from Australia that I tend to watch, Old Not Dead. I quite like his content as well. There's a couple of others over there as well. Obviously, $1 Million Bogan, I don't think he's really making motorcycle content anymore. He's gone off on sailing around the world on his boat, so fair play to him. So, but I would watch his content before as well. There's a few from the UK that I tend to watch. The usual suspects like Missing and Fly, that kind of thing. But as I say, it's more about the video that I'm watching rather than the channel per se. But as I say, those ones that I do tend to watch, I like the ones that give me a broad appeal or a broad opinion, rather than just being tunnel vision or blinkered by, you know, oh, I only like Kawasaki's, or I only like Suzuki's, or I only like Harley Davidson, or, you know, no matter what this brand is doing, you know, they're the best. You know, I don't, you know, I that's not me, and I know that's not true. Most people are kind of quite wise to this as well. They have a more broader sense of what's going on in the world, and also their appreciation, and also when a brand is doing something good or doing something not so good. But you say there are lots of channels that I watch, and say not only motorcycle channels, you know, I also watch lots of other channels. But I'll say for the most part, the bulk of what I tend to watch are workshop videos or fix-it videos, or how to do that, engineering type stuff, really, more than anything. And that gives me ideas on how I can do something for motorcycles as well. So I've always watched videos about another subject, and I kind of think, well, how can I use that on a motorcycle? Could I use the same kind of technique on motorcycling? So that's what I would tend to watch those videos for. Anyway, but there's lots of great content producers out there. Another one that I tend to watch occasionally from the UK is Freddie Dobbs as well. Yeah, he's okay. You know, I think some of his content is really good. So there are a few in the UK that I watch as well. But the ones from the US, I say there's only 2 or 3 that I'd say I'd watch on a regular basis, and some I just don't watch at all. You know, I just don't find them. They just don't appeal to me whatsoever. But I say, I'm sure everybody has their favourites. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm sure there's lots and lots of others that I haven't mentioned, or I won't mention, that I do watch on a regular basis. It's just I can't think of them right now. But the 2 that spring to mind from the US are those. A couple from Australia, a few from the UK, and that's about it. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and hopefully you'll keep on watching my videos as well. But if you like what I do here, just keep on watching the videos. Don't forget to go to the website for all the motorcycle books, RevelatorAlf.com/books. New look website as well. And well, hopefully I'm going to keep on producing content that you like. Some from here, some from over there, and maybe some from out and about as well. Catch you on the next video, whenever that is. Ta-da now.